All right. Ladies and gentlemen, today's show will just first of all start by just a moment of silence for the journalist, American journalist Grant Wall. His body is being returned to the U.S. today, and his untimely death, hit us all in different ways. He's a journalist that was passionate about the game, and let's share some condolences for his family with just this moment of silence. Right. The show is the Football Power Hour. You're rocking with me, Botswana Papi. Some also know me as DJ Dubé. We just had to just share a little moment for that man, Grant, and just say, he had a passion for the game. He had an untimely death, and deepest condolences to his family, man. Life is so unpredictable. Life is so crazy. You never know, So big shout out to you for making it this far on this Monday. I got some special guests today. I'm so excited. We got Chino. We got my boy Dimitri. Hold on. What's going on? What was that sound? The moment I said Chino, something had to happen. anyway, we've got a lineup of a couple of friends, a couple of guests that I'm excited to just introduce to this world and just have this conversation about the World Cup quarterfinals and quickly just preview the semifinals. So let's just first of all just say, all right, it is very, very, very important to say we have to give a shout out to what a weekend of football that we had. If you're a neutral fan, it was an exciting time. If you had a team that you were supporting, it was either heartbreak or excitement. Argentina winning the penalty shootout and Brazil losing on penalty shootouts on the same day. That's a once in a lifetime event, So what a day! Wow, games, and then the next two games after that, the colonizers fell, the English fell, the Portuguese fell. It was crazy. Anyway, but to talk about this further, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to invite my boy Dimitri into the house and say, welcome, Dimitri.
Thank you, DJ Dubé, man. It's been years. What's up, bro?
It's been years, bro. It's been years. I'm good. How you feeling? Where you at? Which part of the world are you at right now?
I'm actually on the front lines in Ukraine. I took a little break from, taking care of business to talk. No, I'm just kidding, dude. Dude, your intro was so professional. I said I'm not going to say any of the things I was planning to say before I saw this is a real show. Like, I had a lot of cards lined up for you, dude. But I don't want to be canceled from the job.
No. It's actually really reckless. But I decided to be the, level-headed one today because,
Yeah.
Go ahead, though. Let me not spoil your flow.
I'm going to keep my mouth shut about everything except soccer, man. If you want, you can watch my podcast, My Dinner with Kanye, where I tell you how I really feel, bro.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm just kidding, man.
So how was the World Cup for you?
Man, I'm not like a sports fan or a soccer fan, so I'm a great guy to have on the show. But I have watched every World Cup. I've watched every World Cup. Did you get that one just for me? Because you knew I was coming on?
I didn't know you were going to say that.
That was the best thing I could have said. Trust me, bro. But no, but I have watched every World Cup since 2006. That much I know.
Okay.
And this has to be, since 2006, the craziest World Cup I've seen.
Mm-hmm,
right?
Mm-hmm. Like, tell me more.
And you agree?
Your favorite moment? I agree with you. It's been crazy, but I'm curious. Tell me about your favorite moment.
I think my favorite moment was when Messi actually made the penalty kick because I'm rooting for Argentina and I'm rooting for Messi, and he missed that shit in 2016, and he couldn't win the Copa Americana or whatever the hell that shit's called.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about. Okay, so out of the final four right now, who do you think is going to take it?
Okay, for real, probably France. I hope my Argentina because I want Messi to get that thing next to his name, so nobody doubts him anymore. I want him to win it, but France looks the best by far from anyone who's left.
That's that. I mean, they have some firepower. That's for sure. That's for sure. They're the favorites. They're the favorites. So okay. In terms of like the quarterfinals, did you watch any of the games?
Yeah, I watched all of them except Morocco, Portugal. I know what happens though because I saw a bunch of Moroccan people running with flags.
Okay.
I'm in Istanbul right now, so people were freaking
Oh,
out. So they ruined
nice.
the game for me.
Oh.
I'm gonna watch it after this. Actually, I watched England France last night because I had people visiting me. I couldn't watch on Saturday. Yeah.
Word. Well, man, freaking pleasure to have you. I was hoping you were gonna meet one other person that I had invited. I don't know where he's at right now, but he commented right there. His name is Paco.
You're telling me the black guy is late? Come on.
Colonizers fail. Haha. Dimitri on the front lines. Wow. Big shout out to you, Paco. Big shout out to you, Dimitri. You know, you can kick it backstage. He'll probably join us in a little bit. But
All right.
for today, ladies and gentlemen, I have to tell you the guest that we did a preview of the quarterfinals, I think, or it was after the group games. And ladies and gentlemen, you know, it was a legendary preview. There was a lot of things that we got right. You should check out that stream. It's somewhere in there in the archives. But I'm so excited to bring in the legendary Chino. Chino, you there?
Yes. What you saying,
Yes.
Big up.
Big up,
But
brother. Big up. How you
listen,
doing today,
yo,
brother?
not good because the last time I was here, I did prediction and none of my prediction. Yeah, so the man them saying.
Can I tell you? I went through it. You know, the only thing that seemed like it was on the right lines is Mbappe being like the top goal scorer. You know,
Yeah.
everything else.
No. Yeah, so listen. Today, I'm gonna do some reverse jinx. So I'm gonna say
Okay.
Argentina gonna win and tomorrow. So I'm gonna reverse jinx everything today and see.
You know, you're reminding me of like when I was having trouble in multiple choice, you know, in class, and I'm like, every time I think it's that one, it's the wrong one, so I'm gonna go for the one that I think it's not, you know. It's the reverse jinx.
Yeah, the reverse jinx. Every time I think a D, it end up be C. So I'm gonna go for C instead. And then see where it go. But yeah, so now I'm gonna reverse, I'm gonna jinx Messi out of the World Cup. Cause Messi I go win.
There we go. Let's see what
Jinx
you do.
Messi. I make Messi get knocked out.
No, but like so far, Messi's been player of the tournament. No,
No.
would you agree with that or no?
No, I ain't agree with that.
Really?
No.
Who's been player of the tournament so far?
Listen. It looks. I don't know. Well, maybe I'm being biased, but I thought up until Portugal got knocked out, it was between Bruno and Griezmann. Griezmann is still in, so I'll go with Griezmann. Griezmann is key to what France is doing. He's the only one in that midfield that's still in that what's it called? That World Cup winning midfield, because Pogba and Kante out with injury, and he's the only one in a brand new midfield. You know what I'm saying?
True.
And he's still keeping them ticking. He's still pulling the strings. So I'll go Griezmann. I don't care about Messi. Messi's about to win it. Reverse jinx. Reverse jinx. Reverse. He really say Griezmann. Really, ball, bro. Yeah, I'll definitely go with Griezmann. And he's been tremendous for what France doing. Like, he's everywhere. He's all over, left, right, middle, deep, like picking it up. Like he's been crazy.
He's been crazy.
I'm gonna say Messi because Argentina team, like the team ain't really all that. You know what I'm saying? So it looks like he is standing out. But the thing is why a lot of eyes or camera is not on Griezmann is because we're living in a social media era now. So social media is Mbappe is the shining light. So everything is just shining on Mbappe. So that takes away from what Griezmann is doing. It's Argentina. Everything is shining on Messi. So because he's doing good and everything is on him, you're seeing. But because the light is not on Griezmann, he's actually doing good. People who actually knows football, watch football, can see what he's doing, how instrumental he is to what France do. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Like,
you're right. He's off the ball work. He's the Firmino. When Firmino was Firmino in Liverpool, and then Mane and Salah taking, but like they get the praise, but like I feel like that's what you're saying, right?
Yes. Even more though with Griezmann, even more because he's actually doing more, like he's playmaking. I mean, Firmino was coming deep and doing the stuff, holding it, playing Mane and Salah in, but like Griezmann, he's actually been doing crazy. Like he's actually been doing the things that people are praising Messi for. If I'm being honest, like he's actually doing that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, man. Reverse jinx. Messi's gonna win the world. Reverse. Yeah, man.
No, I'm with you on that one. So here, big shout out to Realist United for tuning in. Big shout out to Brush. Big shout out to Paco. Realist says, respect my homeland friends, people. And he's like also put some respect on Griezmann. He's been pressing like a runaway slave.
I'm with Realist though, because everybody know my favorite player is French, and I carry Brazil. Brazil is my team, but when it comes to Euros, I always look out for France because Pogba and all them, man. Like I always look out for France. So you know what I'm saying? I will be cheering when they win it, but I would have liked Brazil to win it. But Messi's gonna win it. Reverse jinx.
On the reverse jinx, though, let me tell you on Messi's stats how they're looking in 2022, brother. It's 49 games, right? 32 goals, 29 assists, 61 goal contributions.
Yeah,
this 35-year-old is this reverse jinx might not work. I don't know. How do you feel about the fact that when he did the celebration to Van Gaal? Like he pretty much just did a Riquelme because Riquelme and Van Gaal had a toxic relationship, and Van Gaal didn't play him in his position, and blah 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 blah. So
Ronaldo is a douchebag. Messi is a bigger douchebag. But because he's a midget, he get away with being a douchebag because he's such a midget. They feel sorry for him.
Chino, you get the first yellow card.
But so listen though. I think though he have a shot coming when it comes to Croatia. That team is gonna frustrate the shit out of him because I don't think he's gonna have the time and the space to do what he wants in that midfield because Kojovic, Brozovic, and Luka Modric. That man is about to
the Ovic brothers.
Listen though. As a midfield three, not like Griezmann been the best in this and then this other player in this team. as a midfield three, them three been solid. I can't lie. Them three
Yeah.
together, like they first. Listen, it was when they played Brazil, it was 1v3, man. Casemiro had
Mm-hmm.
no help in that midfield. It was him against
Mm-hmm.
them three. They
Mm-hmm.
defend together and they attack together. Like it's crazy, like what they're doing together as a midfield three. Hey,
I agree
Santi,
with
get
you
out
on
of here,
that.
man.
Like they need to get some more flowers. They somehow they just take all together, that they complement each other so well. And Modric also, man, he's just keeps on performing. He's just getting better and better with time. What's up
Exactly,
with that?
and he is 37, but people want 37, yeah. But people want to talk about Messi being 35. Like Magic's 37, and he's still like, and you know what I'm saying. But people just want. I'm telling you, all this Messi hype is just dick riding, bro. It's just dick riding.
I No, but the stats speak for themselves. No, the Massachusetts says Chino Texas hitting heavy again.
Nah, these man need to leave me
Realist
alone, bro.
says Chino, you're on your own with Messi being a waste man like Botox.
Yeah, these men is on to me.
These men are on to you right now. They say you're too reckless. So talk to me real quick about actually for this point. I have to invite the man, Mr. Joe Global, into the stream real quick and say, let's talk about the Morocco, the Morocco game. Let's talk about that jump. Let's talk about the way Morocco jumped to the semifinal. Let's talk about why that goal was so special. So, and Nelsri leapt 2.78 meters as he made a towering power header, right? And that header is reminiscent of. We've only had two athletes this year that pretty much have jumped that high, or heights that are about that high. We had Ja Morant in basketball, and right now we want Joe Global to chime in on this one real quick.
Hello.
Where you
Can
at?
you
Which
hear me?
part of the world are you at? Introduce yourself real quick, man.
Yes, this is Joe Global, aka Paco, calling in from Botswana, so supporting Morocco and the African continent. Let's go, Atlas Lions!
Let's go, Lions! Let's go!
Peter Drury said it best: one prowling step away from the World Cup final for the Atlas Lions.
Making history, bro.
Yeah, can you hear me well? I'm not sure about my network.
We can hear you well. We can hear well.
Oh,
we can hear you crisp, bro.
The network provider has been very kind today.
Right? Mr. Hella Black says Joe Easy. Joe Easy in the building.
Yeah, like you just said yourself, the necessary jump. You can only jump that high if you really want it. Like Cristiano Ronaldo back in the days at the Real Madrid Champions League finals. You can only have that much adrenaline. You can only push yourself to that limit if you really want it. You see, they said he reached 2.78. That's 10. Yeah. That's 20 centimeters away from a basketball rim. A basketball rim is 10 foot, 3 meters high. And his head was close to a basketball rim. Only Vince Carter, Michael Jordan, and Ja Morant do those kind of things. People have forgotten because those guys played before the social media era. So they all think about Ja Morant. But that's the kind of stuff you get with a 43-inch vertical if this was basketball. But you can only do that because he wanted to do it for the Arab world, for Morocco, for the African continent. Yes, we know most of the Moroccan players were not born in Morocco, but they are Moroccan at heart. They have the Sahara in their blood, and they're representing the African continent. So yeah, my favorite team, Brazil, is out, but this time I go with the Lions.
See, he knows ball. See, I got another Brazilian up here with me. He know ball. He know.
He know what he talking about. How was the vibe in Botswana when Morocco won that?
Hey, my brother, I hear you about
Chino.
Morocco, but the allegation about them man wanting to be Arabs, I'm going with France because they have a lot of people with my skin color. So I'm gonna have to go with France, brother. They have a lot of Africans on their team. You know what I'm saying?
True.
I gotta go with them.
Yeah. You know, the people might look like us, but Do they walk on the same soil? Do they have the same aspirations? Do they have the same challenges? Might have
Hey,
the same skin
I can
color,
say
but
the
do we
same
really
thing
have the
about the
same outlook?
Moroccans, bro. Man said after the game that they did it for Arabs and Allah. He ain't said nothing about Africa. So hey,
The coach came out and corrected it, though.
hey, I could say the same thing about them, man, too, bro.
Yo, big up to you, FT, for tuning in. Big up to Eagle Eye. Big up to you, Realist, also. So okay, that jump was it really is like up there with like the Ronaldo jump, that 2.93 meter jump, you know, and it was special. And let's hope. Go ahead.
Yes, I'm saying. I mean, Ronaldo did that at club games, right? When he reached the 293. But just think of, I mean, just to compare, to understand it better, think of basketball game, 10 foot rim. How many times, even LeBron James, how many times have we seen his head close to the rim? And this player did it with the whole world watching in a quarterfinal game. His country had never been to the quarterfinals before. Everything on the line. They only needed one moment of brilliance, and the guy delivered. Yusuf, and I think Yusuf is Jose or Joseph, right?
Yeah.
Namesake, because we go all out when it matters. Like, I almost said Messi about the penalty, then I realized no, it's not the same example.
Where's my whistle? No, thank you for that, chiming in on that.
Sorry, that's caught offside.
Your opinion is offside, brother. So real quick, you know, Ronaldo released a statement, right? That's sort of like a little bit ambiguous. I don't know if you caught wind of that. You know, it's a little bit like, you know, time will be the judge of what's going to happen next. You know, so the media is a little bit confused. You know, do you know what I'm talking about or no?
Yes, when he said time will be the counselor or the one that will, what do you say, illuminate or give us an idea.
Yeah. You speak Portuguese, so did you see the thing in Portuguese, or were you reading it in?
Let me see if I can get the statement for you here. 1 second. I think I do have it. There's been so many things about the World Cup on my phone and on my computer, I can't keep up.
Word. No, if you have it, if you don't have it, it's all good. But yeah, it's the thing that I was just trying to be like, was there something that was lost in translation? You know, because the English media, you know, like to, you know, try and pull us into clickbaits and stuff like that, you know. So
yeah, I mean, the first
you
thing
speak
it says,
Portuguese. Go ahead.
Yeah, it says ganhar mundial por Portugal era o maior e mais ambicioso sonho da minha carreira. That's his first line. It says to win the World Cup for Portugal or with Portugal was. Remember that keyword. It says era, not is. He just said was the greatest and the most ambitious of my dreams, or for my career. But keyword there, he might have said was in passing, but you know what? Those statements tell us a lot. He's not saying is, like he's still thinking about Mexico. Maybe it's an oversight or whatever. Long message, but at the end of the message, it says, por agora, não há muito mais para dizer. Like right now, or for now, there's not much more to say. Obrigado, obviously. Thank you. Muchas gracias. Asante. Obrigado, Portugal. Obrigado, Qatar. Says
yeah. No, we understand that. I know that.
Muchas gracias. He says the dream was beautiful while it lasted. Now, agora esperar que o tempo seja bom conselheiro permita que cada.
It's really the last line that was. Yeah.
He says now is to wait or to hope or to let time be a good advisor or counselor and to permit.
That's the thing. The time be a good advisor.
Hey, bro, you speak Portuguese?
See, that's why I'm with the seleção. I learned Portuguese because I loved Ronaldo, the original, so much.
So
when I go
Ele fala português.
When I go to Brazil, I want to have a beer with him.
I don't speak no Portuguese. I wish I did, though. Only thing I know is Portuguese.
All you need is Copacabana. All you need is Copacabana.
All I need to know is
Yeah, and his last line says, "And let each one to make his own conclusions or to arrive at his own conclusions." So yeah, I mean,
Word,
he's just
word.
being vague, but at the same time, you can still see that. I mean, he's not coming back for another
Hey,
World Cup. He might try a Euros, but he's not coming back for another World Cup.
Word, word. No, but thank you for chiming in. Dimitri, did you have something to say about that?
Yeah, Joey's just trying to show us up with his language skills. What's going on?
Hey, dude, it's a World Cup. It's a World Cup. It's not me. It's all the countries in one little city in the Middle East.
You want to get tapas at Proctor real quick?
Shout out to Devils United. Yo, okay. Joyzy and Dimitri, before we let you guys go, because Chino and I gotta continue this conversation. I was just curious. Do you feel like it was karma for the Brazilians, the dancing that ended up making them get eliminated in the next game?
listen, this is what we're not gonna do. Okay, we're not gonna do that.
What?
We're not gonna talk about no karma. Everybody have their own thing they
Uruguay was
do.
karma.
Everybody have their own thing. Like that's what they do. They dance. It's no karma. It's like they just came up against a team that frustrated them. The coach was tactically like inept. Like it was just bad tactics, bad change. I for one wanted the Fred change, but I didn't want the Fred change so Fred attack. I wanted Fred to sit. Like that goal that caused them to tie the game is the whole Fred change. Why is Fred all the way up in Croatia 18-yard box losing the ball?
All the
It was
way
a
up.
good ball. Anthony
Nothing
played him
solid.
in. And his first touch let him down. We all know Fred's first touch is the death of him. If Fred had a first touch, no one will question his ability. Literally, if Fred had a first touch, no one would question his Brazilian passport. But his first touch let him down again and again and again, and it did, and it cost Brazil. Like literally, it cost Brazil. I wanted him to come on, help Casemiro to sort things out. And listen, the coach didn't give the right instruction. They got bit. Rodrigo, he's not Brazilian. He's somewhere from Mumbai. He needs to go play for the Mumbai cricket team or something.
But Chino, don't you think earlier in the game they should have brought on Martinelli? I'm not an Arsenal fan, but I think when they were struggling late in the game,
I think so.
Should have brought on Martinelli. He could have helped to break down that defense.
I think so. I think the change should have been Rodrigo on the right, Martinelli on the left. Like even though Anthony came on with the energy and blah blah blah, I would have brought Martinelli on the left. They did him wrong. Like I said, the coach was tactically inept. He didn't know what he was doing. Thank God he's gone. So but you're right. He should have brought Martinelli on. He definitely should have brought Martinelli on.
For me, I feel like those guys, the coach has two responsibilities. When a team doesn't have confidence, you're supposed to give it confidence. When a team has too much confidence, you're supposed to bring it down. So they came into that game thinking that playing the previous game. In my opinion, there was no teamwork. They started trying to find solutions too late. Started trying to work together as a team too late, and that's how the game got away from them.
You're right about regulating the confidence, and you know what helped Argentina with that? They lost to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, brought them back to earth, brought them back to the ground. Because then it's like Spain in 2010 when they lost to the Swiss bankers on their first game. After that, nobody could touch Spain because they lost to a bunch of teachers, dentists, and bankers. Then it was like back to normal. And because now the confidence is regulated, you can play their best game.
True.
So that's the same thing we had with Brazil. And the Cameroon loss didn't really touch them or affect them that much because they had already qualified and they were trying out different experiments with the team. So they didn't see it as the loss the same way the Saudi Arabia game affected Argentina and made them untouchable after that. So you're right. Confidence has to be at the right level. It cannot be too low and it cannot be too high.
Yeah, it's the manager's responsibility. Chris has a question. Chris says, would you all take Cody Gakpo? Man had a stinker against Argentina. Any thoughts on Cody
Listen,
Gakpo?
before I answer that, I want to say big up to the chat. Big up Brush. Big up Paco. Big up Reese. Big up the Multicutioner. Big up Eagle Eye. Big up Rich. Mr. Hollowback. Devils United. Chris. Big up everybody in the chat, man. But yeah, Cody
Yes.
Gakpo. Cody Gakpo. Cody Gakpo. I don't know. First I was like, yeah, but the what I'm seeing right now is he's not a big game player. He's really not. He shows up in the little game, but the big games
It shows up in the little games.
like Realist. Listen, shout out to Realist. Shout out to Realist. As much as we say
Who that?
Realist run a lot of agendas and blah blah blah, shout out to Realist because Realist always say in Discord, he said Gakpo is just another Rashford. And in some sense, you can agree, but some big games, Rashford do show up. Rashford do show up in a lot of the big games because when it comes to the big games, they give him space. Like the teams, the Man City, the Liverpool, they give him the space, and he's gonna take that. But Gakpo, he doesn't really show up in the big games for me. I mean, he was okay in the Argentina game, but for what the fee, because he scored some goal, the fee going up, I'm not taking him for 60. The most I'll go is 40 million euros. That's the most. I'm not going nothing above that. 45 is pushing it, but nothing above that. Nothing above 45 on 40. 45 euros. Yeah. That's what I gotta say.
But Chris says, Gakpo had a stink against Argentina. So I want to ask you, Chino, real quick. So would you agree with Ten Hag saying that Mbappe is top and then Rashford is second in terms of, defender? Does this, playing behind the line, or do you have another striker in between?
Yeah, no, definitely, I agree with Ten Hag because. Listen, Marcus Rashford on his day, right? We know Marcus Rashford on his day, give him space. Listen, he will tear you in pieces. Like lately, the past 2 years, he's been losing the ball a lot more dribbling. But when he first came on the scene, we see Rashford dribble past people, beat his man. That the Ramos with the Ramos put it through their legs, go past people using that move. Like go around people. Nowadays, he's like kicking the ball off their foot, losing the ball. I don't know what. He probably need to fix his dribbling up. But we see him beat people, and yeah, you definitely agree. Like what Ten Hag is saying is give them space. Them two, give them space and let them get in behind your back line, and you're done. You're done with. And with Rashford, I think it's a confidence thing, and I think his confidence is coming back. And we should light Gareth Southgate on fire, set him on fire, and just throw him in a bucket of oil so he can blaze more because he is mad disrespectful. How do you give Marcus Rashford 135 minutes, bro? Like how? He is England top goal scorer in the whole competition.
And then what was James Maddison doing? Carrying carry-on luggage for other people? What did James Maddison do? He never came on the pitch.
Oh, hold on. My bad. Big up Ferbs. Big up UFTV. Big up UFTV. I didn't even see you, my brother.
Yes, we gotta give UFTV some love.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we also gotta big up who also somebody else came in. Diggs BTW7. Big up to you. Big up to okay, so Argentina had a double agent park a bus in the second game, says the Mexicutioner. UFT says big up yourself, Eagle, and Gakpo carried Holland though. So UFTV stands with Gakpo. UFTV still believes in Gakpo. 60
million.
Right. Mexicutioner says Martino did not even play Mexico's best CDM in that game. He set up tactically for a draw with with his bags packed for Argentina. Mexicutioner, I saw an article that said he was the worst Worst ever head coach that Mexico ever had. Would you agree or no? It's crazy. That man received a lot of heat, but I think he's stepped down. I don't know who's gonna get the job now.
Seems like everyone is stepping down.
Yeah. It's pretty much you have to go face the Football Association or Football Federation back home and explain why. Why did you not do well? And Hansi Flick and Luis Enrique had to present that case, and the other one got the job, got to keep the job, and the other one left. Yeah. Anyway, so all right, let's go back to the semifinals real quick and just wrap up the conversation with that and say, okay, guys, so what do we think tomorrow? We're seeing Argentina play Croatia. We know that like Croatia is that they don't play anything very dazzling, but they have that organized midfield, that, as Chino said. So what's the score predictions, Dimitri? Also, what do you think?
Honestly, I hope Argentina wins for two reasons. One, Messi, and two, the way Croatia plays soccer is super fucking boring. Even for a casual fan. I don't know if there's something I'm not understanding, tactical happening, but it's really boring that they just kind of sit back and hope they make it to the penalties and win that way,
So you're thinking it's going to be one of those extra time and then penalties?
Well, Argentina hasn't been playing that well, to be honest. Like better teams than
Dimitri.
Argentina have lost. Yeah.
We should sin bin you for calling it soccer, bro. What is wrong with you, bro?
Right. He's already got a yellow card. So I literally thought the same thing.
Respecting our great sports, bro. It's called football, bro. That thing that they play in America is called catch ball. It's called catch ball. Quarterback throw the ball.
He's lucky I can't find my whistle.
It's not called no soccer. It's called football, bro. We play football. We use our feet. We use our feet. We kick it in the goal. We kick it about. It's called football. It's not called soccer. But no, go.
Dude, I'm from Belarus. We're ranked like 151st, I think, in the world. So just give me a break, all right?
Go ahead, Dimitri. Now, go ahead. Finish.
Actually, I have something to say about the topic of karma. I think who got karma is Germany. 2 World Cups in a row after what they did to Brazil on their own home turf.
Bro. Don't tell me about karma. Italy 2006, they won this, right? Spain 2010, they won this, right? Germany 2014, they won this. What is going on? Is there some voodoo put on that cup or something?
Dude, the Germans dared to do that to the football gods of Brazil in their own country. They're never gonna go past group stages again.
I think we need to remember that you need brilliance and consistency in a World Cup. Remember the Spanish team, which is one of the best teams to be ever assembled in 2010, won the World Cup by 1 goal in extra time. It just shows you how difficult the World Cup is. And sometimes we forget, especially in the social media age where find guys like Neymar have 150 million followers on Instagram. And then they are busy dancing on the pitch and letting down a whole country. You know what one Brazilian lady said on the news? Well, it was a random fan. She said, these guys cost us so much money because the whole country brought the original Brazilian shirt so that we're all wearing yellow when Brazil plays. So like all of that, and they get knocked out in the quarterfinals. But it just shows you the World Cup is a very difficult competition. Sometimes we forget because we see all these things and we see all the glory of the old World Cups and so on. But it's very, very difficult in a World Cup. And that is
but this one is the one where you just put history aside. Anything can happen. The ball has no ethnicity. It has no nationality. It can roll anywhere. And
this is Dimitri. I'm from Belarus. I'm just happy to be here.
But yeah, Dimitri, wrap up your prediction real quick for Argentina, Croatia. Who's going through? You said it's going to penalties, but I didn't hear which team is going to
go to penalties. Argentina's going to win in penalties and give Croatia a taste of their own medicine.
Okay, and then what about you, Joe?
I think Croatia is going to frustrate Argentina. Croatia has nothing to lose yet. They were in the last World Cup final. The odds and everybody is saying Argentina, but Argentina has so much to prove. Messi so much under pressure to win a World Cup. and that is going to be their Achilles heel. They're going to go down because of the pressure. So Croatia is just going to be playing the same way they've been playing. Remember, they've never allowed 2 goals in this whole World Cup. So I'm putting all my money on Croatia, but I won't bet the score line. But I say Croatia is going to win.
Let's put our money together and take it to the casino because I'm with you, brother. I'm with you.
I have $5.
Okay.
Let's do that.
So, Chino, do you think it'll also go to pens or?
No, it's definitely a rematch of the 2018 finals. It's going to be a rematch. The 2018 finals is going to be a rematch. People want to see Morocco because the Africa. Like I said, America is kind of on my bad side right now because them man not claiming Africa. But listen, we ain't gonna get in that because it's political. But people want to see, it would be cool for Africa, like but I mean, if them man ain't claiming us, like what the hell? But it's gonna be a rematch. It's going to be a rematch. I mean, it's we've been drinking a lot of tears the past week. People drank Neymar tears. Personally, I didn't. They drank the Ronaldo tears. They drank the tears. We've been drinking a lot of tears, but the biggest tears is coming. It's the Messi tears. Like it's gonna hit like vodka. If that Messi tear is gonna hit like vodka. With no chaser, just raw vodka out the drum.
Damn. Well.
I agree.
Can I ask you a question, Chino?
Yeah, go ahead.
I've been listening to the whole podcast. You seem to know a lot about soccer. Why do you not like Messi?
Soccer.
Sorry.
We gotta give you another third yellow.
I don't know anything about soccer, but I know a lot about football. Listen, Messi, I know what he is. I support Brazil for one. I support Brazil. Our biggest rival is Argentina. For two, I support Man United. Messi gave us beat down in the Champions League, caused us 2 Champions Leagues. I just listen. He just caused me pain all the time. So I know what he is. People can appreciate him. I don't have to appreciate him.
Big up everybody that's tuned in.
Listen, he's one of the goats.
We also got Solo in the house.
He's definitely one of the goats. Let me just get a minute real quick to touch on that. People get offended when people say Ronaldo is their GOAT. They're like, how, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's opinion. It's opinion. It's what you like. You can say that you think your wife have the greatest punani of all time, but her ex-husband can think otherwise. That's why he left. So do my thing, Messi.
This is not outrageous.
Finally, something I understood on podcast.
I'm gonna bring my card next time.
Someone else think otherwise, so you can't really.
Yeah.
It's opinion based. I mean, if they think Messi and they show their facts, I agree. But then if someone else show Ronaldo and bring their facts, it's Ronaldo. If someone else like Maradona is Pele. Like, if someone say George Best is their GOAT, like you cannot tell people, LeBron is not the GOAT. Michael Jordan is blah, 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 because Michael Jordan never lost in the finals. Well, before Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan got knocked out in the first round of the playoff every year before he got Scottie Pippen. So it's all about opinion. It's what I'm saying? It's opinion. So some people think Messi is their GOAT. I'm not against it. Like, personally, I'm a Ronaldo guy. Nowadays, I'm against both of them because the way how Ronaldo have been acting lately, I'm not really too, he's become too much of a douche for me personally. Yeah. Like, it's just become too much. I don't really like the way he's been acting, and especially with the whole Man United things. But like I said, if you think Messi's your guy, Messi's your guy. I know what he can do. He can cause damage. He will damage you. But at the same time, don't sit here and act like young Ronaldo couldn't cause damage. Like, he can't, like what the brother was saying, jumping that header he scored. It wasn't one time he leaped. He did it at Juventus where he leaped And he was in
Exactly.
the air for how long? He was in the air and scored at like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Ronaldo could have caused you those damage in his younger days, like his Man United days down the wing. Like, stop acting like, oh, Ronaldo just been 37 his whole life and been a bum. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like that. But like I said, I know what Messi is. He's one of my biggest international rivals as a Brazil fan. And he caused me too much pain as a Man United fan. So in the
Well, that was
Champions
a really
League.
good answer. I have one more question.
Yeah.
Hey.
What's
What's up?
Manchester United?
Huh?
I just have one more question. What's Manchester United?
Oh,
Okay, he gets the. There we go. There we go. There we go.
Thank you. Thank you,
oh, that's a
Barcelona.
good one.
There we go. That's a
It
nice
is
way
the
to get a red
greatest
card.
English club of all time. Hey, Botswana, big up though, man. But listen, my prediction is a 2018 rematch. I gotta run. I gotta go take the family to go
All
eat.
right.
Big up.
So everyone, big up, man. Sick show. Thank you for having me again, brother. We'll do it again sometime. And
Of
yeah, let
course.
the show carry on. Big up everybody in the chat. And yeah, Messi's
Thank
gonna
you for
go to the
tuning in.
finals.
Thank you
Reverse
for
jinx.
coming
Awesome.
through,
Messi to the
brother.
final.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome.
man.
Chino.
Reverse
Reverse
jinx.
jinx. Reverse jinx.
Big up, Chino. So okay, let's see. Is Dimitri still on the bench? Let's see. Should we bring him back? He shouldn't come back.
Yeah.
After seeing what's Manchester United. What do you
Just
think, Joe
waiting.
Global?
I think ask somebody on the chat. If they say yes, bring him on. If they say
Yeah,
no,
yeah. We gonna let the chat decide that one. Yo, big up to you, Brush. So okay, real quick, like we're wrapping up the Croatia Argentina. So they played in '94 and a friendly was 0-0. They played in '98. It was 1-0 in the World Cup, right? '06, and it was Croatia 3-2 that won 3-2. They played in 2014. Argentina won 2-1. They played in 2018, and then Croatia won 3-0. So when they meet again this time, I predict a 2-1 victory for Argentina. I'm sorry, Chino. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Joe Global. Sorry. I
yeah.
think Messi's gonna go through to the final. I just got the feeling, but. All right. What does the chat say? If there's nobody that says anything, we might not. You might not have advocates, Dimitri. All right. The last game that we have to talk about, right? It's the France Morocco game.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on this, Joe?
I mean, again, this one is it's an epic battle of cultures. It's countries that have strong immigration on each other. They have a historical battle. It's on all levels. So obviously, France is a big match temperament team. Like the big moments they deliver, right? We can't ignore that part. A lot of their guys on injuries, and they still play the same level they would if they were Pogba's and the others were available. So it's going to be very tough for Morocco. But remember the confidence of level of Morocco against Spain. Spain scored 0 goals. Morocco won on penalties. Against Belgium, Morocco won 2-0. Against Portugal, Morocco won 1-0. Against Canada, Morocco won 2-1. Against Croatia, there was a draw in the group stages. So Morocco has not allowed 2 goals. And we know a France team delivers at the highest level, but I think this time, luckily I'm not in a casino because I don't have money to lose. I'm going to go with Morocco on this one.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So
And will it go to penalties or no?
It's difficult to boost. I mean, Morocco's plays very strong defense. So yeah, very possible. Or I only have a yes or no. I'd say yes, it'll go to penalties.
Yeah,
so
man.
I think it's going to be a final of the underdogs. So it's going to be Croatia with 3.9 million people in their country, smaller than some cities in the US. And yeah, Morocco, even though most of their players are born abroad, and there's a whole debate around the African continent if they are Africans or they are Arabs or if they identify with Africa and so on. But I think it's going to be Morocco versus Croatia.
Yeah. Damn.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, I mean, it sounds like it's going to be a boring final because none of the teams play really beautiful football, you know?
Of course, we don't have
Like,
any
it's
superstar
not
power.
dazzling on the eye, you know?
I mean, Brazil is out. There's nobody dazzling when Brazil is out. So yeah, it doesn't matter who goes through anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, you can say Mbappe is fast on the flanks, but
But yeah, no, I hear you. The Machukushna says vibes wants Doobie number 11 out of the World Cup at any cost. Proper hates Di Maria. Bro, it's crazy how it's a bunch of people's last World Cup, you know, and Di Maria is also one of those people that is in that list. It's like we're talking about like Ronaldo, we're talking about Messi, there's Lewandowski also. So it's about to be,
yeah, Modric as well, right?
Modric is also, damn. It's a big switch and then they're making way for the new generation too, the Rodrigos and the Vinnies and all the other ones. So okay, yeah. Well, so your prediction of the final, then let's just go that far and say how will the final end? Then
before I give a prediction of the final, I think one of the things hasn't been talked about as much. Like Chino was saying, we live in a glamorous football era of social media, right? Think of the goalkeepers for both Croatia and Morocco. Those guys are supposed to be superstars and everybody's supposed to be talking about them, but you hardly hear their names coming up, even if they get man of the match and so on, because we're focused on the star power of the bicycle kicks and those super goals from the France midfielders and so on. But the final, I think Croatia is gonna win this whole thing, man.
Really?
I wouldn't have bet on them any time in this tournament, but right now, with 4 teams remaining, I mean, they were there in the last World Cup final. They just need, don't know what the chat guys say.
Yeah.
Bruges, Hala Black. I don't know what you guys think, but I'm not putting it in my, I'll go with, if we had a 6-pack on it right now, I would say Croatia.
Yeah. Okay, all right. Well, let me just get Dimitri just for the redemption for the last game and be like, okay, who do you think is going to win the final, Dimitri? We're wrapping up the conversation.
I'll say this. France has beaten Morocco outside of the football pitch before, and I think they're going to beat them again on the football pitch. It's going to be Argentina.
He said football pitch.
Yeah, no.
You see what a red card can do? See what detention can do?
Help me.
Okay, so you think France is going through, and then it's gonna be France versus Argentina versus Croatia. Eagle eye.
I really hope. I can't stand that boring soccer. And Messi at least has to make it to the finals. It's going to be France, Argentina.
I see Ravi Vikhari.
France, Argentina. Ravi in the house.
You see, he says Argentina goes all the way. He agrees with the guy who calls it soccer.
No, East London.
He agrees with the guy who calls it soccer. Ravi agrees with the guy who calls it soccer.
Ravi, Dimitri had his comeback from 3 bookings. You know that Netherlands-Argentina game? If you thought there was enough bookings, Dimitri had the most bookings today. He called it soccer. He asked, what's Manchester United? Can you believe that?
I thought it was
and he still came back. Anyway, but anyway, Ravi is agreeing with you that Argentina might win it. Yeah. I think Argentina will go to the final, but something tells me Marrakesh Express, all aboard! We're gonna be having fun. We're gonna be having fun when Morocco wins it. That's my prediction. Anyway, guys, it's been so fun chilling. Eagle Eye Chino was more than misbehaving today. Ravi, I wish you were here earlier, but anyway, you come on for the next show. It's a pleasure. It's been a pleasure. It's a real pleasure kicking it with you guys. And obviously, don't forget to hit the like button, the subscribe button if you're not subscribed, and all that stuff. So, we'll be here. We'll talk about the final. All right. Big up to Joe. Big up to Dimitri. And big up to you. It's the Football Power Hour. My name is Botswana Papi. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm also